D. All right, on the next page we have the phrase bisect a segment. So we are going to bisect a segment. If you remember from our vocab from yesterday, bisect means to cut exactly in half. So I know that you could measure a segment and you could be like, oh, half of this number is this number, and put a point there. But that's not a construction. Okay? To construct it, you have to follow these steps. So again, don't take the easy way out. I have to see every one of these little marks on it, or I know you didn't do it correctly. So what is step 1 right here? Draw an arc. So our examples down here on AB, our first step is to draw an arc. I need you to add this on there. So please write this right here. When it says draw an arc, I put past halfway. Very important. If you don't do it past halfway, it's not going to work. Okay? So here's what I would really do for my first step. Take my compass and put the pencil like maybe 3/4 of the way across. I'm going to use this one. So a little bit past halfway. Okay, y'all agree that's past halfway, maybe a little more, whatever. If you have it past halfway, it's going to work. And it says, step 1, draw an arc. You need to draw a big arc. So watch how I do it. Okay. Now I'm going to rotate my paper just to make it nice, and then I'll put it back. Okay. So I drew an arc. Once you draw that arc, do not change your compass. Do not make it bigger or smaller. I drew my arc starting at point A, and then step 2 says draw a second arc. That's going to be from the other side from step B, for point B, sorry. So I drew this arc. Now I'm going to go to the other side and draw the same exact arc. It needs to look just like that. I picked an arc, and then I did the same arc on the other side. Does everyone see that it makes these two circles overlap? Kind of looks like part of a Jesus fish, or maybe even part of a Venn diagram, however you want to think about it, but it needs to look just like that. If I don't see that, that's not what I'm looking for. So the third step says to bisect, and this part's not too hard. All you're going to do is, does everyone see this intersection right here and the intersection right here? Take your straight edge and connect them with a segment. And that segment is called a bisector. It should be right. It should be in the middle. If it's not perfect, I can understand because our compasses are kind of fragile. However, I do need to see all of these lines, all these arcs, exactly like this. Okay? You don't have to put the right angle there, but it does make a perpendicular segment. So what I want you to do is do that same thing at the bottom right here, and then flip it over and try number 4, 5, and 6 on the other side. So go ahead and try that now, please. On number 4, 5, and 6, number 4 and 5 are normal, just make a midpoint. So I'm going to go a little bit past halfway, make my 2 arcs. Once I make my 2 arcs, I just connect them with a segment. Same thing with number 5. I go a little bit past halfway, connect my 2 new intersection points, and that is my bisector. Okay? So that was 4 and 5. Those were just like the front page. But 6 says to do what? Divide the following segment into 4 congruent parts. Now, what does the bisector cut it into? How many parts? 2. So if I have 2 equal parts, how do I make it into 4 equal parts? Okay, I need to divide each of those 2 parts into 2 more parts. Okay, so is everyone looking up here? Everyone. Okay, so on number 6, we're going to have to do 3 different bisectors. So check this out. Let me go a little bit past halfway, make an arc, make an arc. Okay, and I'm going to connect these intersection points. Now, this is my new midpoint right there in the middle, okay? And using that midpoint, I'm going to do the same thing between these 2 points. I'm going to make a new bisector. So a little bit past halfway, a little bit past halfway, same exact arc there. Would you look at that? That's going to cut it into quarters. So there's my first quarter, my half, and now I need a third quarter here. All right. Now I don't even have to change my my compass. I can use the same exact measurement. If I connect that one, now I've got 4 equal segments. Okay. And I could try to verify that. That. Pretty equal. Okay. So that's number 6.